Hello, English learners, and welcome. I'm your host, Paul. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. You spend hours memorizing words, maybe for a test, maybe just because you want to improve, only to find they've sort of vanished a week later.
Happens all the time.
Yeah, well, you are absolutely not alone in that. But what if I told you there's a profoundly smarter way? A method that actually works with your brain, not against it.
That sounds promising.
So today, we're taking your approach to vocabulary building and giving it a complete overhaul. We're moving past those, frankly, ineffective methods towards a structured, really effective system. It's all about pulling the best strategies to help you build truly lasting word power.
And it's not just about collecting more words, is it? It's deeper than that.
Exactly.
It's about understanding how words connect, how they link together, gaining surgical precision in your language.
Ooh, I like that, surgical precision.
And ultimately, communicating with far greater impact, more clarity.
Mm-hmm.
So we're basically here to lay out a clear roadmap, turn those fleeting memories into genuine linguistic muscle.
Okay, let's unpack this then. The first crucial tip, right out of the gate, is a game changer for a lot of people. Don't memorize random lists.
Yes.
Please don't. Now, this seems especially critical for anyone prepping for tests like IELTS or TOEFL, where that's a common strategy.
It is, but it's fundamentally flawed.
But it applies to everyone, really. So from your perspective, what makes just memorizing lists so ineffective on a deeper level?
That's a vital question. The science really backs this up. Isolated facts, like a word just sitting there on a random list, they activate far fewer neural pathways than a word that's embedded in, say, a rich, meaningful scenario.
Okay.
So when you're trying to recall ubiquitous just because it was, third word on page 7,
right,
you're basically fighting your brain's natural way of learning. It's an associative mechanism. Our brains are built for stories, for connections, context.
Yeah.
It's like trying to remember a random number versus that same number being part of a story.
The story sticks.
The story sticks. Exactly.
That makes perfect sense. Our brains want narrative, not just data dumps.
Precisely.
So instead of random lists, the idea is you need to build your own lists through association. You create those pathways yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Which leads us nicely to the next critical point. Give yourself time. Vocabulary building isn't a quick fix. It's definitely a marathon, not a sprint.
Oh, absolutely. People get discouraged so easily.
They do.
Yeah, think about the forgetting curve from psychology.
Right.
We forget stuff incredibly quickly if we don't actively reinforce it.
Mm-hmm.
And language acquisition is a long-term thing precisely because it requires building and strengthening those connections over time. Repeated exposure, using the word...
repetition, right.
Spaced repetition, exactly. Expecting instant results in vocabulary. It's like expecting big muscles after 1 week at the gym.
Huh. Yeah, good analogy. You won't see much, and that's when people often just give up.
That's the danger zone.
Right. But, as the source material points out, based on experience, once you push past that initial bit, maybe past the second month with consistent effort, you will start seeing visible changes. Your linguistic muscles start showing.
Yeah.
It's the same with vocabulary. After consistently applying these smarter strategies for a while, you'll suddenly find yourself, naturally using new words in conversation, in writing.
It starts to click.
It clicks. The goal is real fluency, which, can take years. So the key is perseverance. Don't stop.
It's a massive mindset shift. English has this incredibly vast vocabulary.
It's huge.
So continuous, patient learning that directly correlates with better communication.
Yeah.
It's not just motivational fluff. It's acknowledging how the brain needs that consistent, spaced work to build lasting memory.
Okay, now here's another common pitfall we need to tackle. Don't try to impress people with overly complex or just random big words.
Oh, it was a big word drop.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually remember trying to use obfuscate instead of confuse once in a presentation.
How'd that go?
Disaster. Blank stares. It totally backfired. Using words correctly with variety and, for the right purpose. That makes a much better impression.
That's a crucial distinction. But it does raise an interesting question, doesn't it?
What's that?
What about those times when a really precise, maybe less common word is the most effective choice?
Good point.
How do we balance that desire for nuance with the risk of sounding well, pretentious, or like in your case, just being misunderstood.
Yeah.
Comes back to the purpose, right? Clear, effective communication, not showing off,
right,
misusing words or using them inappropriately. It can actually detract from your message, make you sound less articulate, ironically.
So precision and appropriateness trump complexity.
Every time. Much more impactful.
Okay, so the big principle weaving through all these initial tips is pretty simple. Work smarter, not harder. Move away from that frustrating rote memorization towards a more focused, strategic approach, like maximizing your linguistic efficiency.
Exactly.
So what does this smarter approach actually look like in practice? Your sources talk about something called chunking.
Yes, chunking.
It's all about organizing words into specific categories to create those powerful associations, those memory triggers.
Right.
We're going to explore 6 really powerful categories today that could fundamentally change how you learn and keep words.
And the power of categorization is, wow, it's pretty profound. It's how our brains naturally process and find information anyway.
So we're leaning into how the brain works.
Exactly. These categories aren't just random bins, they're cognitive tools. They align with your brain's natural learning patterns, making memory and recall way easier. We're giving the brain the structure it actually likes.
Okay, let's dive in. Group 1. Context.
So context.
This category focuses on words related to a particular situation, a specific purpose, maybe a certain function. It lets you build a highly targeted vocabulary around topics you care about or need.
Yeah, and a great way to approach this is maybe start broad, like shopping.
Okay.
But then to make it really effective, you narrow it down. Get more specific, like say e-commerce.
Right. Online shopping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And from there, you find specific words that really belong in that world.
Like
platform. Not just where a train stops, right?
Yeah.
But an online marketplace. Or call to action, that button or link on a website telling you what to do next.
Click here, buy now.
That kind of thing. Or conversion rate.
Right.
The percentage of visitors who actually do the thing you want them to do, like buy something.
I see. They're all tightly linked to e-commerce.
Intimately linked.
It's fascinating how grouping them like that creates this sort of mental web, makes them all easier to remember. Can you explain, the cognitive mechanics? How do they trigger each other?
Yeah, well, when you learn words within a shared context, your brain stores them close together conceptually in your neural networks.
Okay.
So when you think e-commerce, that whole cluster of related terms just kind of lights up.
Like a little related words light show in your head?
Pretty much. It's like having a dedicated folder in your mental filing cabinet instead of loose bits of paper scattered everywhere.
I like that analogy.
The connections reinforce each other. Recall becomes stronger, faster.
Okay, great analogy. And the key actionable advice here from the sources is, once you have a collection like this, you have to use them.
Yes, absolutely critical.
Write or speak about that topic using those specific words. That's how you really sink it in. Move from just recognizing them to actually using them.
Active production, that's the key.
Okay, so from building that specific toolkit, we pivot now to unlocking hidden depths in words you already know.
Ooh, interesting.
Group 2 is about secondary uses, exploring common, everyday words that have surprising, totally different meanings.
Ah, the sneaky ones.
Yeah, and the source recommends keeping a notebook, separate sections for each category, which sounds like a really solid organizational tip.
Very practical. The examples here really illustrate it well. Take shoulder.
Okay, body part.
Right, noun. But as a verb, to shoulder responsibility means to carry a burden. Completely different idea.
Wow.
Or boot. Footwear, obviously. But you could boot a computer, turn it on, or you can boot someone, kick them out.
Right, remove them.
Totally different meanings. Even hire. To employ someone, sure.
Standard.
But you can talk about a new hire the person.
Yeah.
And in British English, to hire a car just means to rent it.
Ah, yeah, the rental thing.
These secondary uses often unlock a much richer, more nuanced feel for the language.
The beauty here is seeing how versatile, seemingly simple words are. It just adds another layer, doesn't it? Lets you say more with less.
Exactly. More impact with fewer words.
Okay, next up, group 3, precision vocabulary. This one's all about efficiency and elegance, I think.
Yes, elegance is a good word for it.
Finding that one perfect word to replace a longer, maybe slightly clunky explanation. This really improves clarity, right? Especially in writing and speaking.
You've hit on a critical aspect of, let's say, sophisticated communication. Instead of saying to return an action, good or bad, to someone who did something to you.
Bit of a mouthful.
Yeah. You just use the concise, elegant word reciprocate.
Nice.
Or a church singing group. Why say that? when you can just say choir.
Simpler, cleaner.
Exactly. And if you want to describe, say, a place or event that includes people from all over the world.
Let me guess. Cosmopolitan.
Got it. One word. Cosmopolitan. You're swapping a whole phrase for one powerful term, saving words, gaining impact.
It's like finding the perfect tool for the job, isn't it?
Precisely.
It lets you ditch those wordy descriptions and just communicate more elegantly, more directly, really elevates things.
Definitely.
All right, let's tackle group 4. Confused words. We all have these, right? Words we're just not quite sure about or that trip us up.
Oh, yeah. The tricky pairs.
This group tackles words easily confused because they look similar, sound similar, or have really subtle meaning differences.
This is a classic area where people stumble. Mastering these really shows linguistic sophistication.
Like the classic affect versus effect.
The perennial favorite. Affect, usually a verb, meaning to influence. Effect, usually a noun, meaning a result.
Usually.
Right, because it gets trickier. Effect can also be a verb, meaning to create a change, like to affect change.
Okay, that's confusing already.
It can be. Or take pray, P-R-A-Y, to God, and pray, P-R-E-Y. What's hunted?
Sound identical.
Exactly. Different spelling, different meaning.
Yep.
And then you get words that look like opposites but aren't. Like abuse.
Treat badly, misuse stuff.
Right. Versus disabuse, which doesn't mean stop abusing. It means to free someone from a wrong idea, like disabuse them of that notion.
Remove an illusion.
Exactly. The distinctions are subtle, but really crucial for accuracy.
Understanding these nuances is absolutely vital for clear, impactful communication. It's definitely a sign of an advanced vocabulary user.
Agreed.
Moving on to group 5, roots, prefixes, suffixes, and parts of speech. This method sounds incredibly powerful. It helps you learn whole families of words by understanding their building blocks.
It's all about leverage.
The key idea here is, don't just learn one form of a word.
That's where the real kind of meta-learning comes in. Understanding a root, like ject, meaning to throw or push out. It isn't just about learning 5 related words. It's like getting a morphological key.
A key?
Yeah, it empowers you to decode new, unfamiliar words you encounter later by recognizing their core parts. Gives you a predictive grasp, not just memorized items.
Okay, so eject gives you...
Eject, reject, object, subject, deject. See the pattern?
I do, yeah. Push out, throw back, throw against.
Exactly. Then learn prefixes and suffixes. See how intent, the idea, becomes intention, the noun. Intentionally, adverb. Unintentional, adjective. Unintended, adjective.
One root, multiple words.
Loads of them. Same with parts of speech. Understand how variety, noun, links to vary, verb, varied adjective, maybe even variedly, adverb, though less common.
It's like learning the grammar of the words themselves.
That's a great way to put it.
This approach lets you expand your vocabulary almost exponentially from just one base word. Huge return on investment for your learning time.
Massive leverage. Builds linguistic self-sufficiency.
And finally, group 6. Idiomatic vocabulary. This sounds vital for sounding natural, fluent, especially in spoken English.
Oh, absolutely critical.
These are those unique groups of words where the meaning is often totally different from the individual words. Right?
Exactly. If you want to sound less like a textbook and more like a native speaker, you have to get comfortable with these.
So what does this cover?
Covers stuff like phrasal verbs, collocations, idioms. Let's take collocations first.
Okay.
Just words that naturally hang out together, like make, do, manage with what you have.
Right.
Or a tall tale. An unbelievable story. You wouldn't say a high story or a strong story. It's a tall tale.
Got it. Word partners.
Kind of. Then phrasal verbs like keep at something, meaning continue doing it.
Don't give up.
Right. Or hang on, which can mean wait, but also don't give up, stay strong. And then the big category of idioms, like kick the habit.
Quit smoking or something bad?
Usually, yeah. The meaning is totally opaque if you just look at kick and habit separately.
Yeah, makes no literal sense. Yeah. Mastering these adds so much color, naturalness, that real authentic feel.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
Less textbook, more fluent, confident speaker.
Okay, so to recap all this fantastic advice, remember to organize these words in your notebook. Use the categories we talked about.
Good structure helps.
But the absolute #1 most important part of this whole system, the thing that cements it all, is you have to use them.
Use them, use them, use them.
Actively engage with these words.
Precisely. Which, raises an important question for everyone listening. Where do you actually find these words in the first place, if not from those random lists?
Good question. Where?
Through active, deliberate engagement with English all around you.
Like
Read newspaper articles, get lost in books, watch TV, news, movies, but listen critically.
Pay attention to the language.
Yes. And crucially, talk to people.
Yeah.
Native or fluent English speakers.
Yeah.
That's where so much good stuff is, just waiting for you to notice it and grab it.
Integrate it into your own vocabulary.
Exactly.
Okay, so the cycle is simple, powerful, effective. Learn the new word or expression. Write it down in its category in your notebook.
Get it organized.
Then use it. Don't just read it back to yourself. Don't just leave it sitting in the notebook. Actively deploy it.
In speaking, in writing?
Yep. Keep doing it. Cycle, cycle, cycle. Over and over until it just becomes second nature.
That's how it sticks.
So building a really robust vocabulary isn't about brute force memorization at all.
No.
It's about being patient, smart, structured, using approaches that leverage how your brain actually learns best.
Working with the grain.
Yeah. Organizing by context, finding secondary uses, aiming for precision, tackling confused words, exploring roots, embracing idioms.
And what this all means for you, the listener, it means you now have this comprehensive toolkit, right? A strategic framework to really transform your relationship with language. Making learning feel more intuitive, making retention way more permanent. It's about empowering yourself to communicate with more nuance, more impact, more authenticity.
Truly expressing your thoughts and ideas.
Exactly.
So here's a final thought to leave you with. As you go about your day-to-day, listening to conversations, reading articles, just talking, how many opportunities are you currently missing? Opportunities to actively apply these chunking strategies, to really grab a new word and make it your own. Start looking for those moments. Experiment with these categories.
I'm curious.
Be curious and just observe how quickly your fluency and your confidence start to grow. You might be genuinely surprised at how much linguistic power you already have just waiting to be unlocked.